everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about shooting sticks on this channel, and we get a lot of requests for information about shooting sticks, and our friends over on Sagebrush Long Shots get a lot of the same requests. People see these shooting sticks, these ones in particular. These are called Okanagan shooting sticks, and they want information about where to get them or how to make them. This is an original pair of Okanagan shooting sticks. The rifleman that used to make these, a guy named Wind, has sadly passed on from the planet, and so these are no longer being made. Wind was a very detail-oriented guy, and if you look at a pair of these sticks, you can see, I mean, these screw holes, all this stuff is measured out. These cuts are all, each set of these sticks is identical, aside from wood grain, to the next set, right? He could mass manufacture things and have it come out in very nice detail. These are, and we've tried to recreate these sticks too. They're very labor intensive to make. These are also the nicest set of sticks I own, and they have this strap which you use to control how far the sticks can go open. There's a little knob, a little ball knob right there, and there's a bunch of holes in the belt, and you just pop it on there, and then the sticks can only open so far, right? So they're very handy and very well designed, and also the strap doubles as a carry strap. So if you were heading up into the Okanagan mountains, you know, or any mountain range really, I think that these sticks are definitely the ones to take. They're very well thought out and executed extremely well. And I shot this set of sticks my first year at the Quigley. The thing that I don't like so much about them for Quigley style shooting is that they don't have any spikes that go in the ground, right? So you rest your rifle on it, and the stick can rock back and forth. And sometimes, because the leather is a little slick right there where the barrel rests, the stick will slide, and it can slide and fall down on you. Other than that, I love using them. They're about my favorite set of sticks for just general everyday use. So, like I said, we tried to recreate them. This is a set that our friend Johnny made, and the idea was basically just to get a set that was a little bit taller than the first set. When you get old and you're trying to get down on the ground and get cross-legged and get as low as possible with that rifle, it can sometimes be tough, and sometimes a couple inches does make a big difference. Now these sticks both have, there are several pre-drilled holes in here, so you can adjust this center screw up and down, right? From basically, here's the highest hole, and the lowest hole is right here on this set. On Wind's sticks, the highest hole is right here, and the lowest hole is right there. So they're basically pretty close in design. And I shot this set at last year's Quigley, and it delivered good results. Having that little bit of extra height, I think, helped me, my score improved by 10 points. So you know, not having to strain to get down so much is a big help. You don't want to force your body into position. And I've messed around with some other pairs of sticks too, you know, as time has gone by. I got some of these taller shooting sticks. These are, I believe, Cat's shooting sticks, and they have a blade, right? A 3-inch blade that can go in the ground. Now, these sticks, I believe, are meant to be NRA legal. The NRA says that you can have a stick that's a max of 1 inch wide this way by 1.5 inches wide this way, and your max depth of your spike, or in this case a blade, can be 3 inches of that, what actually penetrates the dirt. And other than that, it's got a center screw just like Wind sticks do, and you loosen it, And slide the leather. Once this is loosened up, you can move these sticks up and down. Well, how did I get that? It's kind of tight. Alright. And this is something I don't like about this set of sticks. Of course, I haven't used them, so that little nut probably seized up. The one thing I noticed when I use these is that if you set this thing up here, it does have a tendency, these sticks do have a tendency to slide down as you keep going. The rifles we're shooting for black powder target are typically pretty heavy rifles. Normally they're around 15 pounds. When you combine some recoil, maybe a little bouncing up and down, the slot for me is what doesn't work. I would like these sticks better if they had a series of holes drilled here to where once you set it, it couldn't move on you. That being said, these are commercially available. I want to say they sell for like 80 bucks or something. Buffalo carries them. And I think they're okay. I don't use them, honestly. They just kind of sit. They just kind of sit in the closet. Now I've been using these sticks for silhouette. I'm trying to go prone. And these sticks right here are basically the same idea as those. And this is also made by Cat Shooting Sticks. These have these spikes on here. These are cut off nails, big, like a railroad nail. And just cut the head off and drill a hole and glue it in there. And I like these ones a little better. These have worked pretty well for me for silhouette. Although I would prefer just to have a series of holes here instead of the slot. And this little screw attachment here, I think maybe with the shorter stick, it's a little easier for this thing to keep its adjustment. But I've used these and I liked them, and I'm gonna keep on using them for silhouette, for prone shooting. Now, these, oh, by the way, these are also NRA legal for the same reason the other ones are NRA legal. At the Quigley, though, your sticks don't have to be NRA legal. Basically, at the Quigley, anything goes. And I've been messing around with a pair of prototype sticks. And y'all don't laugh too much when you see them. I cut these out of a 2x4 because I had some ideas about how the sticks should work. And I wanted sticks for Quigley style shooting that would not move, right? And I think I've got it. I've been using this set, and again, these are crudely made, but this set of sticks was to prove the concept, right? And so what you got here is basically there's a foot, and we drilled a hole, and now we can use a 10-inch camping spike. This is widely available. Any sporting goods store you go to carries these things. They're not expensive. It goes through and into the ground like that, and I set the cross or the joint down farther on purpose, because if I'm going to shoot up here and I've got my pan down in front of me for my wipers, I like to pull the rifle off of the belt and put it down here so that my bore wiper and that following patch don't have far to drop into the pan. Sometimes they blow away, and then you've got to go around and pick up all your patches so that you're not littering. And I picked this up at the Quigley watching some other shooters on my team were doing the same thing with theirs. They have custom built sticks too. And so I tried to incorporate that into the design. And I may end up going with some hook locations here, and then you can put a strap and not rest the barrel on the wood. And the other thing I wanted to do was to come up with a set of sticks that was really easy to make, right? It could be as simple or as complicated as you wanted it. And these really are. I made this set with a circular saw and a hand saw and a drill, basically. And it didn't take long. It took me, I'm going to say, about 10 minutes to make these. I sunk a couple of screws or little hooks up here, and I took an unused belt that I had, a little too small for me in the closet, cut the buckle off, and I punched some additional holes in here with a 30-06 case and a hammer. I use that for my leather punch. And so this is adjustable. This belt is full of holes, right? I got these holes here, plus I put a couple more. There's some more holes on this side. So I can adjust this height basically wherever I want it. And again, it doesn't move. Now, the final set of sticks, I'm going to have a few different holes here, right? And I'm going to have a better setup for holding the belt. We're going to go with just a post right here. Since the sticks lean out from each other, the belt's not coming off. So you really don't need the hook. You just need a post. And I'm going to take and cut that and make the new set. Now that I've actually used these and I like them. This set here, you basically set it and forget it. It doesn't move until I pull it out of the ground because I'm ready to go. That's the best thing about it. But I got a nice piece of wood off of eBay, and that's right here. This is a big chunk of walnut, and basically I can make a set of those sticks that are a little bit taller using only half of this whole chunk of wood. So I've got it laid out. I drew this out last night. I've got my foot here and another foot there, and then these sticks, these are going to be 36.5 inches long, so they'll be a little bit longer than those. I'm going to end up with 2 pieces of scrap right here, or 1 big piece of scrap, and I don't want to throw that away. Actually, what I want to do, I had the idea to cut it in half and make a couple of fish bats and give one to a guy I know is big time fisherman. But you could do that on a lathe really easy. Just turn it down to round and kind of sand it off, you know, and have a nice little bat about that long for bonking them on the head, you know, when they're fixing to go home with you. And then I'm going to have half of this chunk of wood left over, and I'm going to save that for another shooting stick project. But enough jabber. What we're going to do is we're going to start making some cuts on this, okay? And what we need is we've got a skill saw, or yeah, I've got a power saw, but it's not a skill saw, it's a jigsaw. We're going to use a jigsaw to make some of these radius, because instead of having just a sharp cut, a sharp angle right here, these corners are going to be radiused, so that they'll look nice. We're going to router all the corners down so they're nice and round. Sand the things down and probably use a couple coats of wipe-on poly on it. So come on in and let's build a set of shooting sticks. Let's give her a try. Wow!